why did you want to join the program in the first place? What sort of excited you about the opportunity to participate in Distinguished Young Women?
So I honestly last year was just looking for scholarship opportunities. I was ahead in math and I thought this one looked interesting. And, just from looking at it and doing research, I think what really stood out to me was the multifaceted part of it, that you're not just looking at one particular area. You're not just looking at scholastics or extracurriculars. It's everything. They're trying to see if you're a well-rounded individual. And also the sisterhood. I'm looking forward to meeting all the other girls and doing some networking.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the highlights and perks of the program. You're meeting so many people. And once you come and do nationals here in Mobile, you're going to get to say that you know a girl from every single state in the country, which is so very cool. And you're going to get to see all of the different perspectives and um, even the different cultures that you'll be immersed in. It's very, very cool. And it wouldn't be possible without DYW. So that's one of my favorite parts about the program. Now that I work at the national office, it's really cool to see how it all sort of comes together and the incredible talents that you guys have. Um, the smarts, the just the intelligence that you bring to the table. It's 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 kind of hard to put into words, I guess, what it means looking from the outside looking in. But I imagine it's even more difficult to kind of surmise what it all means to you now that you've done the program. So now that you have competed, and did you have a local program?
I sort of had a non-traditional approach to it.
Okay.
I was quite literally the only person from West Virginia for this year. So I got rolled over into the Pennsylvania program. I was supposed to have like an online interview. I did submitted all the stuff for the Pennsylvania at-large program. Unfortunately, they did have to cancel interviews and self-expression for that. So I moved on ahead to the state level and I traveled up to Pittsburgh to compete with the other girls.
Okay. So yeah, the another very cool thing that we do is that when somebody wants to participate, we're going to make it work. We're going to make it happen.
Yeah.
But that brings me to my next question. What do you think we should do to change that and have more girls participate in West Virginia in the coming years? We want more participation. That's another goal of this conversation. So how do you think we can do that and sort of spark that interest in other girls?
That's a difficult question. So for me, I was just looking for something different. And I think putting it out there that, hey, you here's a way to earn money for college that's not just, okay, you have a 4.0 GPA, you've earned a certain thing on the SAT. It's okay, we're gonna see what all you can do, what all you're good at. You gotta have a talent. And I know so many talented individuals, both in my school, in my county, in my state, that I think would have loved to have done this program had they known about it. So I think it's just making sure people know that it's available.
Yeah. So how did you even come across it in the first place? You were just Googling or did some word of
So
mouth?
a scholarship website and it came up and I'm like, huh, that sounds interesting.
Well, I'm so glad that you found it first of all, and that you decided to take that leap. Because so many times, I mean, we will see something and I kind of like what you said, maybe get discouraged or scared off from something if it's not something that you think you can do. So kudos to you for even participating and going to another state entirely to compete. That's so very cool. Um, so now that you are the representative, what do you hope to achieve or accomplish with your newfound title?
I hope to get more girls involved in the program within the state. We're hoping to do quite some work here in West Virginia and work on the program moving forward. I've already discussed with my current mentor. Um, we know people at the local, like, not necessarily auditorium performance spot. It's the Chuck Mathena Center. I've been there a lot of times. I've watched my friends' dance recitals there. I've done band competitions there. And we know people there who would be willing to host a state program. So we're just, we have the place. We've already know some girls that are interested in doing it this year, but we're just hoping to get more like, we're hoping to grow the program.
Yeah, and that's a big goal here at the national office too. I mean, that's the entire purpose of Distinguished Young Women is to get the involvement so that we can provide scholarships for more girls. And we wouldn't be able to do that without our sponsors and our volunteers who help make the program even possible. And it's one of those things where we have these great ideas, but sometimes we don't know how to execute them. And one of the ways that we are looking into doing that is by sharing the message of ripple effect. It's one of our themes and projects in a sense this year. So do you have any maybe ideas or suggestions on ways we can get the message out there? A lot of the girls, and it may be your answer too, has said social media. And that's been my thought process this whole time, which is why I wanted to do these conversations with the participants because social media is the way of the world. But there could be other ideas out there, and we're just looking and hoping that we can figure those ways out in order to gain traction and gain awareness about the program. Would you happen to have any other ideas or suggestions on ways we can do that?
Well, for me, it's a little bit different. I didn't even have social media until the end of this summer. I just recently made a Instagram and a Facebook account, so I'm
Yeah.
still relatively new to the whole social media thing. The way that I learn a lot of my stuff and a lot of the opportunities I've had have come through 4-H and extension programs. So I think, reaching out to colleges and colleges that have programs. One of the local programs in my community, I wasn't eligible for it, but there are a lot of kids are. It's Upward Bound, and it's just a way they assist kids and they help them, develop skills for college. And I think if it was possible to reach out to them and say, "Hey, here's an opportunity for these kids," I think you'd have a lot of kids who were excited for that.
Yeah, great idea. Great thought. We definitely try to get into the colleges and universities to establish a scholarship for our program, solely for our program, so others can't try to snatch it up. So yeah, I totally agree with that. And we'll mark it down for sure. So, okay, we are in our senior year of high school. What are you most excited about for
Yeah.
this next year as you embark on your journey before college? It's your last hurrah. What are you excited about?
Uh, well, right now I'm really excited for our marching band season. We've had some really good competitions so far. We have at least another two, and we're trying to convince our director to let us go to the state competition. Our band is currently ranked second in the state in the Governor's Cup series, so pretty nice. Uh, all in all, I'm just looking forward to being with my friends, I'm only there at the school for half a day. So, we got to make up the memories somehow.
Yeah, absolutely. Great outlook. Um, yeah, that's so fun. I miss I miss high school, but there's still so much to look forward to afterwards. And you're gonna totally enjoy college and love that. It's gonna be your next journey. Do you have your college picked out, or are we still looking for um, where you want to go or what you're gonna major in? Any updates on that?
As of right now, I'm looking at attending Marshall University in Huntington, West Virginia. I've been looking at their biology program, specifically the emphasis in cell and molecular biology. I ended up taking a course in that over the summer, and I really, really enjoyed it. And so I feel like that's something I'd enjoy studying throughout college.